everyday English podcast
by English Talking Today.
Hello everyone and welcome back to English Talking Today. Today we are going to talk about something very important. We are going to learn how to talk about money in English. I know. Money is not always easy to discuss. Even in our own language, talking about money can feel uncomfortable. But do not worry. I am here to help you. By the end of this episode, you will feel much more confident when you need to talk about prices, salaries, and expenses in English. Before we start, I want to ask you something. Have you ever been in a shop and wanted to ask the price of something, but you did not know what to say? Or maybe you started a new job and needed to ask about your salary, but the words felt difficult? This happens to many people. Talking about money is a sensitive topic everywhere in the world. But here's the good news. When you know the right words and phrases, it becomes so much easier. So let us learn together today. First, let me explain some important words about money. These words will help you understand everything we talk about today. The first word is salary. Your salary is the money you get from your job. Usually, you receive your salary every month or every year. For example, you can say my salary is $2,000 per month. This is different from wage. A wage is money you get paid by the hour or by the day. People who work in factories or restaurants often get wages. People who work in offices usually get salaries. Do you understand the difference? Good. Let us continue. The next important word is afford. This word means you have enough money to buy something. If you say, I cannot afford a new phone, it means the phone is too expensive for you right now. You do not have enough money. You can also ask someone, can you afford this apartment? Now let me tell you about the word budget. A budget is your plan for how you will spend your money. It shows how much money you have and how you want to use it. For example, my budget for food this month is $300. That means you plan to spend $300 on food. Some people have a tight budget. This means they do not have much extra money. They must be very careful with their spending. Other people have a flexible budget. They have more money and more choices. Understanding your budget is very important for managing your money well. Another word you need to know is negotiate. When you negotiate, you discuss something with another person to reach an agreement. You can negotiate your salary when you start a new job. This means you talk to your employer about getting more money. You can also negotiate the price of a car or a house. It is like a friendly conversation where both people try to find a solution that is fair for everyone. Negotiating is normal and professional. Do not be afraid to negotiate when it is appropriate. The last word I want to teach you is expensive. When something is expensive, it costs a lot of money. The opposite words are cheap or affordable. For example, this restaurant is very expensive. One meal costs $80. Or you can say these shoes are cheap. They only cost $15. Now you know all the basic vocabulary. Great job. Let us move forward. So how do you ask about salary when you are looking for a new job? Many students ask me this question. Some people think they should just say, how much money will I get? Well, you can say this, but it sounds very direct. In English, especially in professional situations, we like to be polite. So what should you say instead? You can ask, what is the salary range for this position? The salary range means the minimum and maximum amount. For example, the company might say the salary range is $30,000 to $40,000 per year. This phrase sounds much more professional and polite. You can also ask, what are the compensation details? Compensation is a formal word that means payment. But compensation includes more than just salary. It also includes bonuses and benefits like health insurance or vacation days. When you ask about compensation details, you sound very professional. Another good phrase is, could you tell me about the salary structure? This is polite and shows you are serious about understanding the job offer. Remember, asking about salary is normal and important. You should always know how much you will earn before you accept a job. But what happens if you think the salary is too low? What if you want more money? This is when you need to negotiate. Many people feel scared to negotiate. They think the employer will be angry or will take back the job offer. But this is not true. Negotiating is normal and expected in many countries. This can be even more tricky than talking about salary. In many cultures, asking someone how much they earn is considered rude. So what do you do if a friend asks about your salary and you do not want to tell them? You need to be polite but also protect your privacy. You can say, I would rather not discuss specific numbers. This is a gentle way to say no. Or you can say, I prefer to keep that private. Both of these phrases are polite and most people will understand and respect your choice. But what if you want to give your friend a general idea without telling exact numbers? You can say, I earn enough to be comfortable. This gives information without details. Or you can say, I am doing okay financially. Financially means about money. These phrases are friendly but still protect your privacy. The same is true if someone asks how much your rent is or how much you paid for your car. You can say it is within my budget or it is affordable for me. These answers are kind, but not too specific. Let me tell you about shopping now. When you are in a shop, how do you ask about prices politely? The simplest way is to say, how much is this? This is easy and everyone understands. You can also say, what is the price of this item? This sounds a little more formal. Now, what if you look at the price and you think, wow, this is too expensive for me? You should not just say that is too expensive. Instead, you can say that is a bit out of my price range. Out of my price range is a polite way to say something costs too much for you. It sounds much better than saying you cannot afford it. In some countries, people negotiate prices in shops and markets. In other countries, the price is fixed and you cannot negotiate. You need to know the culture of the place where you are shopping. But if you want to try negotiating, you can ask, do you offer any discounts? This is simple and polite. Or you can say, is there any room for negotiation on the price? Room for negotiation means, is it possible to discuss a lower price? In many markets in Vietnam, Indonesia, or Poland, negotiating is normal and expected. The shop owner might even enjoy the conversation. But in supermarkets or big stores, the prices are usually fixed. Let me teach you some informal expressions about money now. Native English speakers use these words all the time in casual conversation. The first one is bucks. Bucks means dollars. Instead of saying that costs $20, you can say that costs 20 bucks. It sounds relaxed and friendly. Another word is grand. $1,000 means $1,000. So if someone says I paid $5,000 for my car, they mean they paid $5,000. This is very common in spoken English. Now let me tell you about the word broke. If you are broke, it means you have no money right now. You can say I cannot go to the restaurant tonight because I am broke. Everyone has been broke sometimes. It is normal. The opposite of broke is loaded. If someone is loaded, they are very rich. You might say he drives a Ferrari and lives in a huge house. He must be loaded. This is an informal way to talk about rich people. Here are two more useful expressions. A ripoff means something is too expensive for its value. The quality is not good, but the price is very high. You can say $10 for one small coffee. That is a ripoff. But a steal means something is very cheap. The price is surprisingly low. You can say I bought this beautiful jacket for only $5. What a steal. So remember, a steal is good and a ripoff is bad. Let me talk about splitting bills at restaurants. This is another situation where people often feel uncomfortable. In English, we have nice phrases for this. If you want everyone to pay for their own food, you can say, should we split the bill? Or you can say, should we go Dutch? Going Dutch means each person pays for what they ordered. Another option is to say, let us divide it evenly. This means everyone pays the same amount, even if some people ate more than others. If you want to pay for everyone, you can say, this one is on me. This is a generous and friendly expression. Your friends will be happy and grateful. And if someone pays for you, you can say, thank you so much. I will get the next one. This means you will pay next time. It keeps the friendship balanced and fair. I want to tell you something important now. Many people worry about sounding greedy when they talk about money. They think if I negotiate my salary, my boss will think I only care about money. But this is not true. Negotiating shows you are professional. It shows you understand your value and your skills. Every person deserves fair payment for their work. As long as you negotiate politely and reasonably, no one will think badly of you. Remember this. You are not being greedy. You are being smart and professional. Talking about money is sensitive for everyone, not just for English learners. Even native speakers sometimes feel uncomfortable discussing salaries or prices. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Start with simple situations. Practice asking prices in shops. Practice talking about your budget with friends you trust. As you use these phrases more and more, they will feel natural. You will gain confidence. And confidence is the most important thing when speaking English. So let me summarize what we learned today. We learned important vocabulary like salary, afford, budget, negotiate, and expensive. We learned professional phrases for asking about salary and negotiating job offers. We learned polite ways to protect our privacy when friends ask personal money questions. We learned how to ask about prices in shops and how to negotiate when appropriate. We learned informal expressions like bucks, grand, broke, loaded, rip-off, and steal. And we learned phrases for splitting bills at restaurants. That is a lot of useful information. Now I want you to practice. Think about one phrase you learned today that you really like. Maybe it is salary range, or out of my price range, or this one is on me. Write this phrase down in your notebook. Then write one sentence using this phrase. For example, you could write, I asked my manager about the salary range for the promotion. Or you could write, those concert tickets are out of my price range right now. Writing helps you remember. Speaking helps you improve. So practice both. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. You are doing an amazing job learning English. Every episode you listen to, every phrase you practice, you are getting better and better. I am proud of you. Remember, talking about money does not have to be scary. With the right words and a polite tone, you can discuss anything confidently. Keep practicing, keep learning, and most importantly, keep speaking. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes help us learn and grow. I will be here in the next episode with more useful English lessons for you. Until then, take care of yourself and keep up the wonderful work. And please, if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to English Talking Today. Give us a like and share this video with your friends who are learning English. It really helps us create more content for you. Goodbye everyone and happy learning. See you next time.